Hi everybody, welcome to Frat News. We're your hosts, Jack Henry.
Ben Ide.
And today we're talking about 2017, also known as the Year of Hazing. According to the National Collaborative for Hazing Research and Prevention at the University of Maine, hazing is defined as any activity expected of someone joining or participating in a group that humiliates, degrades, abuses, or endangers them, regardless of a person's willingness to participate. Although hazing is often associated with the activities that take place as a prerequisite for joining a group, it can also include activities that take place as an established member. There has been at least one hazing death each year from 1969 to 2017. According to Franklin College journalism professor Hank Newer, over 200 university hazing deaths have occurred since 1838, with 40 deaths from 2007 to 17 alone. Alcohol poisoning is the biggest cause of death.
Hazing has always been a major issue in college fraternities, but what has really sparked natural interest in the topic is the story of 19-year-old Tim Piazza. Piazza was trying to become a member of Penn State's fraternity Beta Theta Pi in February, but was forced to go through the gauntlet, where pledges were forced to chug 18 drinks in 30 minutes, each drink getting progressively stronger in alcohol content. During the gauntlet, Piazza fell down the stairs head first and passed out. Members of the fraternity thought he was fine and proceeded to slap him, pour cold water on him, and prop him up in order to get him to wake up. It was reported he was seizing and vomiting during this time. Piazza didn't get medical attention until 12 hours later, where he was found he had a fractured skull, lacerated spleen, and blood alcohol content of a 0.40. It was too late for him, and he died the next morning. 8 members of the fraternity were charged with involuntary manslaughter and other crimes such as assault. The coroner had ruled Tim Piazza's death accidental, but police shared some of their earlier investigative findings with the Sims, and within 2 weeks of Tim's death, Penn State revoked his recognition of Beta Theta Pi for no less than 5 years. At the end of March, after at least 9 fraternities and sororities violated rules of the Student-Run Infraternities Council, or IFC, during Parents' weekend, the university announced a series of further actions. It was permanently banning beta, disallowing kegs and liquor at parties, deferring recruitment until the spring semester, and reducing the number of alcohol social events each chapter was allowed to host in semester from 45 to 10. And in April, suspending another frat for 2 years. Piazza isn't the only one who has died this year due to hazing activities held by fraternities.
Maxwell Groover, 18, also died this year at Louisiana State University in September after Phi Delta Theta forced him and other pledges to go through Bible study, where they had to drink every time they answered a question wrong about the fraternity. He was found dead later with a blood alcohol content of 0.495. Also, Andrew Coffey, 20, died at Florida State University after pledging to Pi Kappa Phi, where he was forced to chug strong bourbon during a Big Brother ritual. He was found later to have a blood alcohol content of 0.447. Finally, there's Matthew Ellis, who died at age 20 in Texas State while pledging for the Phi Kappa Psi fraternity. He died of most likely alcohol, which he was forced to drink by his peers.
These 4 deaths from hazing, all in the span of this past year, has caused national uproar in many colleges to crack down on fraternity activities. The Ohio State University and University of Michigan decided to freeze all fraternities for a while. Also, some state and local governments are taking action as well. For example, in Los Angeles, California, the local council tried to ban house parties in the area, but faced strong backlash from 2 passionate frat members.
Here is the video of the frat members Chad Kroger and JT Parr fighting back for house parties in California.
What's up, Council? My name is Chad Kroger. I'm an activist and house party enthusiast. Over the past week, I've been in a state of deep despair upon hearing the news that LA is trying to outlaw house parties in the Hollywood Hills. I am here determined to stop this future atrocity. House parties were the bedrock of my development as a young man in San Clemente. My first introduction to manhood came when the captain of my water polo team, Boomer Kingsley, asked me to shotgun a tall can of Bud Light in front of the whole squad at his end of the season bash. His parents were in Tahoe at the time, so we tore that weekend up. It was epic, and I was super stoked. My newfound confidence gave me the courage to ask out the most popular girl in school, Lauren Stockholder, to prom that year. She rejected me, and I had to go with Stacy McMillan. But I didn't care because I was so amped on chugging with my boys. That's what house parties do. Raging at house parties is the truest way to party.
Next, LA's version of Bill and Ted, please come forward.
We both went to this party at Benji's, and it looked like it was going to be a serious flop. His dad wouldn't bail, and the guy-to-girl ratio was awful.
Chad Kroger and JT Parr, the house party enthusiast bros, join me now. So, guys, what's LA trying to do? Why are they trying to crack down on house parties? What's going on?
Well, apparently they want to put the crackdown on the house parties in the Hollywood Hills because I guess people were raging a little bit too hard and they want to put the crackdown. So we came in to step in and let our voices be heard and say, we love raging, we love house parties, we want to keep them around.
So you guys are the Paul Revere for house parties. You're going to warn everybody that the government's coming to crack down, and hopefully everybody rallies. Have people rallied behind you guys?
Absolutely.
Yeah, totally. The support has been tremendous. I think one thing, we tried to unify people to get behind this cause, and it seemed to have really worked. So we're stoked on that, sir.
Has the LA City Council said anything? Have they done anything? Are they taking you guys seriously, do you think, or do they think you guys are a joke?
I think they take us seriously. I think they're stoked to see us. I think they're stoked to see our passion for raging. JT?
I mean, I think initially they wanted to dismiss us, but then when they saw how passionate and thorough our kind of arguments were, they realized we were kind of like, not to be like braggy, but like a force to be reckoned with.
For sure.
Yeah, you guys are a force, that's for sure.
Wow, what a great video. Chad Kroger and JT Parr really have some passion for their parties.
It's truly unparalleled to anything we've seen across the nation. Now, to see what the government should do to try to please as many people as possible, we go to Fat Hector.
Hey Jack, hey Ben, it's Fat Hector. It's a sunny one out here today. We're going to talk about some policy. The state government should become more in touch with the universities and the interfraternity councils, which are student-led groups that supervise and hand out punishments to fraternities and sororities. For states to follow through, the Fed government can award subsidies to states or the universities to help implement strong communication. Second, government and alcohol businesses should promote drinking based on taste, not for effects. This can be implemented with 3-2 beers. These were popular back in the 70s and 80s for younger adults who could enjoy beer without having problems and being intoxicated. Later.
All right, thanks for watching Frat News. We had a great time, and we're your hosts, Jack Henry
And Ben Ide.
And next week, tune in because we'll be talking about